How's it going, guys? Dominic here. As per usual, they used to be Monday, now they're Tuesdays. My AC's not on because it's a little cool in here, thanks to that AC, but I'll turn it back on for tonight when I go to bed. Um, but this is going to be the location for now, the old location. We all remember the old location from Dom's vlogs. Like I used to like, have the books here and stuff. It was just crazy. Um, Probably in the next Toxic Nerfer video, I actually got some surprised guests that are going to be the main targets. Um, they don't want to show their faces because they don't want to, in their own words, quote unquote. Now, what was it? Oh yeah, scare the masses. That's their words, not mine. So today, let me talk about a chef, but a gourmet chef, a professional chef, so to speak. Now, in my mind, I'm not going to be anywhere to perfect or professional or anywhere as good as a chef here. Even if, like, I mean, I'll cook something at home and stuff. That'd be fine if I ever get if when I get a job and I get my own house, buy my own house and stuff. I'm not gonna be like that type of person who's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna make some nice cuisines. I'm gonna make a nice risotto, or a capellini or whatever that is. I'm not that type, but I know one guy who is, and he has trained it with his kids. He's trained it with other people. He's done all the things from Hotel Hell to Hell's Kitchen to MasterChef Junior, and also Kitchen Nightmares. This guy is Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay is, I'd say, pretty much, how do I put this? I mean, I call him probably one of the best chefs, if not the best, if I hadn't never seen a best chef in the world. Reason being is because he has the same type of personality as John Taffer, the classic no nonsense approach. But while John Taffer's is more calm and laid back and more professional like, and pretty much a business type, not completely too much of an attitude, which you would expect from John Taffer, Gordon Ramsay's is a flat out screamer, and even also clearly hitting out one liners everywhere. And not only that, for a guy who's, I think some people call him the Brits, Britain, England. I don't know where his nationality is from. Um, but I'll tell you one thing. He's crazy. I mean, I enjoy his shows. I've seen Kitchen Nightmares. I've seen clips of Hotel Hell. I've seen Hell's Kitchen, like at least a little bit. Even the worst of chefs in Hell's Kitchen. The people who looked like they were about to punch him in the face. That type. See, Gordon Ramsay is that type of guy is that you should not fuck with him. On top of that, some people say that he has that type of military experience, which I can kind of understand a little bit with him, the military experience, because some people are saying yes chef, no chef. It's kind of like saying yes sir, no sir, yes sarge, no sarge. That type. He kind of has like a little bit of a military experience, which kind of makes sense because in Hell's Kitchen, when he was like shooting the paintballs, he was pretty fast. He was pretty fast shooting, and not only that, I mean, he did a couple of rounds of shooting. I think birds out of the sky. He was about to hunt for like some type of boar that has the finest meat, and he was working with the army. Gordon Ramsay is like a pretty famous guy, especially. I mean, the first time I've seen him was MasterChef. Um, then then some other people have told me like the other stuff that Gordon Ramsay's been in. Not only that, he teaches prisoners how to make stuff. He used to handle prisoners, even ones that have been suffering very like crazy life sentences, and teaching them how to make stuff that at least is wonderful for their stomachs. And that's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, sure, things change, and I think that show is very old. I mean, 2010, Jesus Christ. But he's really good, and not only that, he shows a very good lesson and learn. I mean, for me, I mean, let me think for starters here. I would never be in MasterChef. That's a no-no for me. I would never even go to any of his shows just so I can say I am gonna beat this show because I know I'm not gonna beat it. Although I like to be proven wrong, I like to be proven right, and I'm right about this one. I am not that good at making shit like that as Gordon does. On top of that, sometimes he'll bring his family along, and if I even make something that's shitty to him for his family, I'd be known as a donkey right about now. So it's pretty much one thing is that I'd rather, maybe be a guest in Hell's Kitchen, just, eating the food, so to speak, or at least just listening in the background what he's saying, you know? Um, or even I'll tell him, like, my stuff is raw for some reason. It's pink. And, just get pissed off at the person who made it. You know, I mean, if he ever does famous YouTubers, I'd be surprised. Like, high school reunion. Imagine a high school reunion. I mean, he's done birthdays. He's done weddings in Hell's Kitchen. And, I mean, he's a chef. He's a chef. And he won't even send out anything that is not even close to being enough to make the person eat it. So, and when you have stupid idiots in the kitchen, like you see in like there, like Raj, Josh, Giovanni, those other people I forgot their names were. I just like, it's like you're feeding your ego, but then there's overfeeding it, like flat out just gulping the ego all the way down to your throat and putting it so far down your belly right here. It's like, let's just say it's crazy. I can't even understand how much their egos are. Not only that, somebody who, like Josh, like I think his name was Josh something. I forgot his name. This guy was just a dick. I mean, let's think about it here. This guy flat out goes, I'm not no bitch. I'm not no bitch. I don't give a fuck. Because he's in the damn military. Do I look like I care? What do you want? A fucking gold medal? I mean, Kurt Angle has won more gold medals than probably you have. On top of that, too, I mean, he looked like he was about to wrestle the guy. And I'm surprised that Gordon was so more confused than he is scared. I mean, well, he flat out says it. He's not scared of anybody. He's not quite scared. So, I'm surprised that Josh didn't even deck Gordon Ramsay. As a matter of fact, he shouldn't have taken a very good look at Gordon when he actually almost got slapped by I think one of the owners. Like, he blocked it. He flat out blocked it. So it's crazy to say that Gordon Ramsay is the chef to both defend himself and also teach you some very crazy lessons in life. And it's crazy for him to actually, do all this type of stuff. And I mean, his favorite, he could put out every type of curse word in the book anytime he wants, either if the censors like it or if the censors don't like it. I mean, the MPAA, even though, consists around violence, gore, and stuff here, you cannot deny that they don't censor stupidity. And I think they're the ones that should be censored, the MPAA, because they are stupid. But Gordon Ramsay, I mean, he doesn't care if there's any censors here. He's just going to flat out put a curse word. It doesn't matter if it's going to get censored, or it doesn't matter if it's going to get uncensored. But I prefer uncensored because at least I want to know what he's saying. But that's only for me because I'm clearly at the age where I can handle a curse word. But if I was like, I don't know, 5 years old, maybe around 10, I cannot allow that for me. I mean, I rather prefer that. The one thing I think they should do is put Bar Rescue uncensored, because I'd like to hear what John Taffer and his experts say, because sometimes some of them can say some type of words that at least is not in the censors, so to speak. But here's the funny thing here, is that adults can cry out curse words even in also his new one, Marriage Rescue. So what's the point of censoring the words they're saying? There's no point of actually censoring it. With Gordon Ramsay, at least there's an uncensored to his stuff, so at least I can actually laugh at it. But with Bar Rescue, there is none. Maybe because it's like at night, for some reason. But hell, even at night, like kids are asleep. They're not gonna watch Bar Rescue or Marriage Rescue. I mean, come on. Like, who wants to actually figure out how to make a Manhattan or a Cosmo? Who wants to actually find out like which like couple is gonna get back together? Who's gonna watch that? What type of kid, like minus a teenager, is going to watch that? Nobody. Only an adult or even a teenager that can at least can understand the type of part of language like that can even understand why. But there's no point of even having the censors at night like that. I mean, even a kid would also say, maybe like if he has a second thought, stating like, maybe I shouldn't watch this because it actually is saying some stuff I cannot say on television. Like, I mean, for me, when I first heard curse words, back in my day, my mother was always like, and my father were always like, do not say it, do not say it, and I didn't say why, even though I wanted to. They just didn't want me to say it, and I did not say it. Although I did say it a couple of times, and well, actually, I said bitch in like I think almost close to middle school, like before I was in middle school, and like it was both a mistake, but it was also I'm proud of it as well because reason being, I mean, I shouldn't say that right now because I'm grown now and I can understand like I don't want to use these types of words that much to a person, you know. Um, I flat out would actually just use some different words other than just curse words. But back when I was like in that school, I didn't even. It was just stupid. I just hated that. Um, Maybe I should talk about that during Dom story time with Dom because I hadn't like, I hadn't like done a story time with Dom in quite a while. Maybe I should talk about the day I said the B word in school. I mean, I slapped the teacher, yes, but I at least made a mistake here. Just I wish the teacher did not call them before. They could at least just waited for me to calm down. That's one thing. They don't wait for an autistic person that has anxiety problems to calm down, yet threaten them to call the parents, and yet that happens. I apologize, yet I suffered from that after I did the apology. I mean, yes, I deserve not to hit a teacher because it was a very bad decision for me, but it just doesn't make any sense here how a person can just flat out just call. I mean, the other teacher should have been like, wait, let him calm down first. Like, I don't know. Back in those days, I mean, like before teachers are like nowadays are very good teachers. Teachers in my days were fucking stupid. I just can't. I just can't. You know? Yeah, but maybe I should get back to story time with Dom talking about the first time I said the B word in school, and I was like, because I was just pissed off at this one kid that just couldn't get out of my way because I just want to take a piss in the toilet. Like, this kid, if I ever see him in New Jersey, I want to punch this guy in the face. Unless he could say he could find in his heart to forgive me. If he says that, then that's okay with me. I won't punch him in the face, but if he doesn't, I'm gonna sucker punch this guy straight in the face because he deserves it. He deserves the torment that he got me through the years in like almost before middle school. I just hated this kid. Just just screw him. I'm getting off topic here. I'm just talking about Gordon Ramsay here, and yet I'm talking about my past selves. Why am I even talking about that? I'll save it for story time with Dom. But yeah, again with Gordon Ramsay, he's one guy that I think I'd rather visit to see him at least, or at least give him a nice little chat, or have a nice time with him, or at least learn something small if I was ever going to cook a dish, like learn something small, so to speak. Um, but I would not go to Hell's Kitchen and become a chef. It's just, or even master chef. Because I know I'm going to be insulted. I know I am going to be like roasted, and also going to be called a donkey. I'm going to be called a dick. I'm going to be called a lazy cow. I'm going to be called a lot of different words in the book that he is flat out going to say in there. And it's like, I, I don't want to deal with that. But I am going to watch his stuff on YouTube, and maybe someday I'll look at the ones on the television. But right now, I'm just having a great time just looking at it and also looking at reactions of people watching Ramsay, and it's just flat out fun just to see Ramsay go off. Not only that, he's like Bar Rescue. Flat out, my mother says that this is reality television, so that means the stuff that they're doing is just for the cameras. Gordon Ramsay says fuck the cameras. And I can agree with that. Fuck the cameras. And even John Taffer clearly states that the cameras don't mean a fucking thing to them. Although their camera works, his cameramen and stuff is pretty much like family to him, which I can respect deeply. I wouldn't want to kick the ass out of a cameraman, even if I was drunk. I would not even do that. It'd just be stupid. On top of that, too, here's the thing. They're trying to save a like what they both have two different types of similarities. They're both professional people, except one's a professional chef and the other one is a professional consultant. One saves restaurants, the other one saves bars. One teaches them how to cook stuff, the other one teaches them lots of different things: beverage costs, dead stock, cocktails. How to use them, how to use them properly, how to clean. How to save people in life. Like, it was just, they're both really good people. Both Ramsay and Taff are pretty good, and I like to see them at least collide for like the first time, either in Bar Rescue or Hell's Kitchen, because I like to see them at least coexist together and see what they can do as people. Like, I like to see Gordon Ramsay at least try to be in the kitchen. I wonder how he's going to lose his temper in Bar Rescue. These both of these guys lose their tempers pretty much, except John Taffer doesn't lose his temper that much unless it's like flies in the bottles or stupidity or even flat out just not cleaning anything. Like, that would piss him off the most, and that gets him mad. So with Gordon Ramsay, he gets pissed at everything. So that's what makes him the target of being like one of the most funniest things to ever see. With John Taffer, yes, he's funny when he's serious too, but there's a time where he gets calm at least so he can talk, even when he's in a good mood. So there's differences, but I do like to see them collide at least once. So it could be fun. But yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy me talking about Gordon Ramsay and what my thoughts are for him. I hope he continues doing what he is doing, and also inspiring some other people to do what he's doing as well. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, yeah, these guys here are gonna be like, literally, they're just staring at me right now. So I'm going to knock them out. I'm going to make sure that they do not get up. Because flat out they're bleeding from the eyes, they're bleeding from the nose, they're bleeding from the mouth, and they're flat out bleeding from the ears, and they got scarlet like red eyes, and they're staring at me, like they're literally staring at me with those eyes. They're like what are you even looking at? Like, they're literally just doing that. So I'm going to knock them out. I'm going to put a chain around their necks, and I'm going to put them far away from me as possible until we head to the next one, which is Toxic Nerfer, and we're going to be doing a review on one of the Busby blasters from the Walking Dead line, and yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope to see you guys later for Dom's Vlogs and Toxic Nerfer as well. All right? Catch you later. Shit, where was that? Catch you later. Bye. Oh my God.